Remember the last time you played a tabletop RPG and your friend cast the fireball spell, killing all the enemies and exploding your whole adventuring party? I know they say that living well is the best revenge. Well, how about you play as a living fireball spell and let revenge be the best revenge with Battlezoo Ancestries Year of Titans. Once a month for the next year, you'll receive a unique playable species you won't find anywhere else for your D&D 5th Edition or Pathfinder 2e games. Now you can play as a living spell, a skillful cyclops, a wicked troll, or even a mighty kraken. And those are just the ones I can pronounce. An hair jar?
It's pronounced ein hairyar.
Say tires?
It's satyrs.
Okay, I think I got this one. Dual hand.
Doulahan. It's a headless horseman from Irish folklore, you gigantic tit.
Every month you'll receive a new PDF or Foundry VTT module, along with handmade battle maps, tokens for your virtual tabletop, both static and animated, and detailed in-world lore entries, allowing you to easily add these unique species to your next tabletop session. All this and more for less than a monthly Egg McMuffin. Delicious. Head on over to the link in the description to learn more, because if you sign up for the Kickstarter, you'll get a bonus species a year early, the Mighty Titan. That's 13 unique species throughout 2025 to amaze your friends and family. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to call my dungeon master and tell them that I'm going to be playing as Godzilla from now on. Godzilla. Hey there, Internet! My name is Jack Packard. I am your dungeon master, and I am here with Jesse Galena.
Oh, hi, that's me, and I play Grinderbin.
Yahtzee Croshaw.
That's me, and I play Mortimer Rafflesworth Everwind Smythe.
Casey Wosu.
Hi, that's me. I play Sigmar Iceblood.
And Amy Campbell.
And hi, I play Dabarella Yeatster.
By the way, very simple today, not a lot of chit-chat in between. You know why? Because we're getting down to business. Last time on Adventure Is Nigh, the party is still very split, which is quite amazing. Mortimer and Dabarella, you found a room full of nude people who were banging on a drum, aka Coachella, but this one seemed extra weird. Grinderbin, you found yourself out of the frying pan, into the castle, back to the mines, surrounded by tiny mushroom people who then took you underground. Dun dun dun! And Sigmar and everyone's favorite character, Popper's glow stick, they were in a tunnel, they were out of a tunnel, they were down a ladder, they were up a ladder, and then back in a tunnel, in which they came across the titular King Fuzzy Hug. Actually, that's not the titular.
Wait, the title was In Search of a Platinum Heart. Yeah, that's not titular.
I just realized all of my files are labeled Fuzzy Hug to help me, differentiate this from season one. So for me, it's titular, even though.
Also, if we have any listeners like me, they won't know what titular means and didn't know you got that wrong.
Oh,
so you might be fine.
Well, I'm a vocabulary snob, as you know.
Titular having to do with the title.
Shouldn't it be pronounced titular if it's about the title?
No, it's way more fun to say tit.
Titties!
Anyway, back to the titties. You came across the giant spike-covered armor worm known as King Fuzzy Hug that was barreling through the tunnel. That's where we were last time. Hello and welcome everyone to Adventure Is Nigh Season 2 in search of a platinum heart. So here we are, Sigmar, Popper's glow stick. You are in this little like man-made cave outside of the tunnel, and King Fuzzy Hug just came barreling through that tunnel, and after several minutes of crunching, and I suppose theoretically he could still be going by if you want to do something while he's going by. That's up to you.
I mean, I'm not sure what we can do. That thing is massive, right? Like it takes up the entirety of that tunnel. He didn't notice us, right? Like it just kind of went on its business. So
He's
I
going
wanted
through
to try and talk to it. I don't know if that's going to work since he's like halfway to Moscow at this point.
Yeah, no, like, what we can say is, like, right now at this point, like, maybe you're midway through him barreling through the tunnel. But it's been a long while, so if you would like to attempt to communicate with him, you go right ahead.
All right, what do I need to do to try to talk to it?
Well, that's up to you. What do you want to do?
Crap. I mean, I'm
not going to give you insider information.
No, but just practically it seems strange because it's like an ant trying to talk to a building.
This feels like Finding Nemo, when Dora's like, I speak whale, and I feel like that's you right now. It's like, yeah, I speak celestial. It starts making worm noises.
Well, it's a celestial creature, but we don't know if it can actually speak. I don't have any like telepathic powers, last I checked, right?
I don't believe you do.
Crap. You know what? Here's hoping. I'm gonna yell as loud as I can at the worm to see if it can understand me. I'm gonna yell in Celestial though.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like that.
So Poppers may not understand what's happening. Poppers may actually need to shield himself. I don't know if some kind of Lovecraftian thing goes on when Celestials speak. I don't know. But okay, so I'm gonna yell at the top of my lungs.
I guess we'll find out.
Yell at the top of my lungs. Are you King Fuzzy Hug? Can you understand me?
Great. Why don't you give me like a performance check?
These rolls.
Okay, that is a flat 9 performance check. The speed at which Fuzzy Hug is barreling by you does not change at all.
Okay, so I have 3 of the exploding objects on me, right? The exploding rocks. And the hole we came from still has an angry tree in it?
The hole down?
Yes.
As far as you know, there is an angry tree at the bottom of that hole.
Like, because you said it was like trying to swipe at us. Like, it's like if I were to like look down from the top, like, am I seeing the roots trying to reach up towards us, or has it like calmed down since we've been waiting on Fuzzy Hug for a bit?
Let's see here. If you look down right now, it's no longer like actively like trying to like swipe up the hole, but because the earth is shaking because Fuzzy Hug is going by, you still see that it's down there, but it's no longer paying attention to you. It is steadying itself on the shaky ground. Okay.
I'm gonna talk to Poppers. Like, hey Pops, have you seen anything like that tree down here before?
No, man.
So this isn't a creature that you dwarves are familiar with at all?
We deal with rocks. No, I've never seen a sentient tree before. And frankly, I feel like that is lower on the scale of weird stuff. I don't know if you see that hole. There is a giant worm.
That's why we've been standing here, Pops. Like,
yeah.
Like I noticed the worm. Yeah. I just tried to yell at it. You probably couldn't understand because I was speaking in Celestial.
Yeah, I thought maybe the madness overtook you because of the colossal worm that is going through that tunnel right now.
Well, I mean, I do have some good news. The worm does not seem interested in us, but we are trapped still in this cave, and I'd rather not be in the hole where that thing has a chance of just sliding on by. So our only option is to go down, but if that tree is still down there, we're going to have to figure out a way to deal with it.
Okay.
So if it's not paying attention to us right now, how do you feel about a sneak attack?
Sure. I can do you want to like try to sneak around the tree and like run away like the other way? I am very comfortable with running away.
You're uncomfortable or comfortable?
Very comfortable with running away.
You want to run away.
I like the idea of me not dying. So
all right, because I have a plan, and it may involve some explosives.
Oh,
that does not seem sneaky, but okay, great. Let's do that plan as we cut to Grinderbin.
Ooh, that's me.
You follow these tiny mushrooms through the dirt. They're kind of digging ahead of you, but they know where all like the loose soil spots are. This is only almost like a tiny cave system that they are able to take you through, and they take you to this area. They go, hey, here we are.
Oh, wow, how do you find the loose dirt in there?
We spent a lot of time underground. This is kind of where we're from. We know how to get around down here.
Can you teach me that? That seems like that might be very useful in the current predicament that I am in.
You got a couple days, weeks, months. Like this is kind of like a lifelong. We spend all of our time down here, kind of teaching.
I was kind of hoping for a bit of a crash course of, here's some real obvious signs you might be able to find.
Sure. Well, I guess if you see any loose dirt, that's an obvious sign. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for here, bud.
Maybe all right, let's say loose dirt, obvious sign, you find the thing, years of practice, real minute details. I'm sure there's something in between those two.
Sure. I guess in order for you to find here's what you're looking for here is moisture. Because if there is moisture in the area, that means that the rocks aren't there to block it. So sure, that's the hot tip, quick tip.
And that's exactly why I asked. I knew you had that good information. Thank you. I'm sure that'll definitely act as foreshadowing later for me. I appreciate that.
That's very possible.
You're gonna ask how moist is this area?
All right, roll for moisture.
It's Jack's secret plan all along.
This little guy that you're with says, "Okay, all right, we're relatively close to where the worm shippers hang out. If you just want to kind of head north, you'll probably run into the worm shippers and their friends. We don't really want to hang out here."
That seems completely fair. Do I have a compass? Hang on. I'm curious. I think we have like general adventurer stuff.
You do. Like if you want to say you have a compass, you can. I guess by north, what he meant is up on the map.
Okay.
Like what I want you to do is head to the only exit in this room. And then if you head into that exit, which is, up to us, but might not necessarily be north.
Got it. Oh, you all spent a lot of time down here. Are you familiar with and forgive me if I already asked you this. It feels like we started talking a week ago. Are you familiar with the, big giant worm? Have you had any encounters?
We've lost a few of our brothers. Either to
few.
Cave-ins or, accidental smushings. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Accidental, you say? Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, but I guess that's, good to hear it's not malicious, it seems like.
It doesn't seem to be malicious. I guess it could be. From our perspective, we just look at the big tunnel. That sort of thing. We've lost a few to the giant worm. We do try to stay away from it. Generally speaking, if an earthquake starts happening, that's when he's getting close. And just at that moment, Grinderbin, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man!
Oh goodness.
16.
All right, with a 16, the earth starts massively shaking. You are able to hold on to your footing. Oh, great. Yep, that's it. He's probably near. He's probably somewhere around here. Gosh, dang it.
All right, good. That's that was our goal. My best bet, if I'm going to find the folks I'm with, is that they're heading towards it. So, guess I'm going to head towards that.
Okay, well, good luck to you. If you get out, hit us up over on the top side. We run a little bar. It'd be great to see you.
I love little bars.
Yeah, it's great. All right, yeah. Well, good luck and bye.
See you when I finish this, assuming I survive.
Yeah, that'd be great. And they kind of burrow into the walls. You do notice in the walls some loose dirt and moisture as they kind of burrow their way out through the walls, though the dirt and the rocks kind of form around them.
Like little diglets.
They're like little diglets, absolutely.
Aww,
and
adorable.
you're in this cave with glowing purpley mushrooms. The rock, the floor all around you is this eerie purple hue. There are giant root structures everywhere. It's a whole thing.
As fascinating as that is, and as long as Grinderbin would like to stay finding this out, hoofing it out of here, trying to get to that earthquake.
So you find yourself in a much larger cave room with, rocks, crystalline structures, and most ominously, a forge and some very large metal pipes.
Okay.
You're kind of surrounded by this metal forging material, and then we're gonna cut back to Mortimer and Davella. You stand in front of all of the nude people clanging on the giant metal pipes. You are there in front of them. I need dexterity saving throws from you.
Of course.
Because there's a big earthquake happening. Ooh, there you go. A 21 and a 16. Yes, both of you are able to stay on your feet as this earthquake is happening around you. And you see, you notice all of the worm shippers around the pipe. They seem very pleased with the earthquake.
Yeah. Could you walk me through the layout of this pipe again? So there's just a big long pipe lying on its side, and then at the end of it is a big dragon skull.
Yes, you see, sections of pipe that seem to be fused together. We have a big dragon skull here, a large pit underneath the dragon's skull, and then there are containers on top of the pipe that seem to house some sort of light-giving essence. You couldn't see inside them
Okay.
right now.
So did the pit, how far down does the pit go?
You don't know. You're not very close to it.
Well, I guess I'll just saunter over and have a look then.
I'll stay with Mortimer.
Just very interested in, professionally, just very interested in the layout of this whole thing. Dum-de-dum, look down. Ooh.
As you get close to the pit, the worm shippers do stop their clanging. You peer over the side of it, and it appears to be relatively bottomless. It's so dark down there, you cannot see the bottom. It does seem, but you can kind of feel that pressure shift where it's almost it's sucking air into it because it's so large and deep.
Okay, I'll back off a bit. Mortimer will say to Davella, I've been thinking about this, and, I think we might be dealing with a doomsday cult. I think they want to destroy the world with themselves in it. Now that's difficult from a con artist perspective. Because when you're trying to con people, you need to think about what they want, or if they can be threatened. And if someone wants to be killed, that sort of kills both angles.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now I'm thinking this is what's causing those earthquakes, either directly or because it's upsetting King Fuzzy Hugs. So I think we need to stop this somehow. Problem is, I'm not sure how to do that without them killing us all. So here's my proposition. While we don't seem to have drawn hostility, let's finish exploring these caves, see if there's anything else we can work with, and hope to hook up with our friends. Also, we've run into Mull Cutpurse's body, but we haven't run into Celia, and I'm wondering if she might still be around somewhere.
Shall we have a look around then?
Yeah, let's just keep it nice and nonchalant. Don't do anything too offendy. Just pretend you're a tourist. Isn't it nice to...
As you guys are talking, what you notice is the worm shippers do seem to be all leaving the area.
Okay. Maybe it's bedtime. Do we want to follow them and see?
This is going to sound like a really weird question,
Yeah.
Jack, but Could Deborah have like some weird like innate perception check if her friends are like somewhere nearby? Like she just has such love for her friends. Like she could sense
feel 'em?
if they're near her.
That would no. The
Okay.
quick answer is no. I'm not going
That's
to
fine.
allow you to magically sense your friends. If you would like to do a general insight check.
That I think that would be good before we decide if we follow them off or not.
Ooh,
Good roll.
not so bad.
With an 18 insight check, what I'm going to give you is that the amount in which you fell and like the areas that you've been able to explore since you fell, what you're going to assume is that the system of tunnels here isn't incredibly vast. And
Right.
that, like, if anyone would fall into another tunnel, it would reasonably be close-ish. Not necessarily, right next to you, but,
Right.
We're close.
I know that might not give you any information, but this is a tricky one, because if I give you psychic powers now, you're going to use them again and again.
Yeah. See, I'm looking at these roots, and we saw those naked dudes holding on to the roots. I think, and, Mulcutpo's letter said those were the children of him and Celia. Either that means they created them, or they're brainwashed and it's children in the sense of a cult, And if it is the latter case, the roots might be what's controlling them. I think we should just finish, just pop our heads through these tunnels, see what's in the adjoining rooms.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's have a quick look-see down here.
What you find when you go up there, you got this poipily looking cave with a significant amount of vegetation.
I'm just going to carefully walk forward, sneaksy style.
Okay, sneaksy style.
Wait a second. Before I catch a glimpse of something and quickly take a step back and go, there's a massive tree in there.
Give me a stealth check with advantage, because you're pretty far away.
Both of us?
Just Mortimer, as Mortimer is the one who peeked around the corner.
With advantage, you said?
With advantage, correct.
Ouch.
Wow. You rolled a 3 and a 4 respectively. So you start walking down this cave tunnel, accidentally expose yourself to a giant, angry-looking tree creature. And the tree creature seemed to be bracing itself against the earthquake, notices you immediately, and starts heading in your direction.
I will say, Dabarella, hide, and then run around this corner.
Oh my god! That wasn't in Dabarella's voice. I'll do it again. Oh my god!
I found some vegetation here, so I'm going to conceal myself in this vegetation I've found.
Okay.
I'm pretty sneaky too.
Yeah, we're both pretty sneaky characters, I think.
You're very, very sneaky characters. Both of you give me another stealth check.
Finally,
Christ.
it's my time.
Oh, bollocks!
Wow.
Okay,
She
you know
has
what?
high stealth.
Dabarella with a 24 and Mortimer, our thief, with a 7.
Another
Okay, fuck
7.
it. I'm just going to fling my cloak of invisibility on. Ha 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 ha.
Beautiful. So,
We are so
Dabarella, you are able to kind of predator-esque blend in with the vines. You are invisible. Mortimer, you try to you put a bush in front of your face. That doesn't seem to work. You pose like a statue. No, that's not going to work. So you just say fuck it and turn invisible. And around the corner comes this giant sentient tree creature thing kind of lumbering its way around. It looks around the corner and sees nothing and heads back into the room where it once was.
Okay, I will de-invisible, because there's not a whole lot of invisible in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to Dabrella, what the flipping crikey was that?
Maybe Maybe it's one of Mole Cutpurse's kids.
I think we should explore these other corridors by the sides before we take another look back there.
A good plan.
And then we're gonna cut back to Sigmar. Sigmar. Now here's where we have to, be very specific here. You don't know what's happening outside of your little area. You have already said though that you were planning on going downstairs.
The plan is
and
try and get past this tree somehow.
past. Yes.
So, all right, I'm gonna explain my plan to Poppers. Pops, I'm gonna come clean. I have a plan. I don't think it's a very good one, but we're just gonna have to go with it because we don't have a lot of options. I know you don't like the idea of cave-ins, like it's bad for your business, but I think we need to summon one right here and now.
Summon one?
Summon a cave-in?
I mean, you're the rock expert, right? Like we're on a level above another underground level. How many of these exploding rocks could we use to essentially bring where we're standing down on top of the floor below us?
That would depend on how thick it is. And Poppers heads over to the hole and he goes, "This seems like a lot of rock. Something weird though is I don't see that tree anymore."
Wait, the tree's gone?
Yeah.
So I'm also gonna look down the hole.
Yeah.
So from
you
here
do
we
not-
cannot. Even if I go down how does this ladder work? Is it like a tube and then we emerge in that other room, or is it like we can see from the ceiling of that other room?
No, imagine the rock thickness in between floors is a good, 10 feet, 3 meters,
Aha.
3 meters thick of rock. And so you can see directly down the hole a little bit around it, and you do not see the tree monster.
I don't know. Let's just go check it out, maybe. But you know
okay.
what? Once we light the explosive rocks, we can't unlight them, right?
That is correct.
Crap. So this is kind of a at the very least, we need to see what's going on down there. The tree might have just moved. All right, Poppers is dwarf. Is he so small that I'd be unencumbered? Should I carry him at any point? Like, could he ride on my back and I'd be fine? Or is that gonna do me some lost movement?
That would do you some lost movement. While he is a dwarf and he is short, he has equipment on him. He has, a dwarf is a hearty folk, so it would be a lot.
Can I ask Pop, what else do you have on you, what that we could use possibly in this situation?
Well, I got my pickaxe. I got that on me. I got some rations to eat. I have my some climbing gear. That's general mine equipment. I got that stuff on me. I got a few more explosives.
Oh, you have explosives as well. Interesting.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, I want to go down the ladder first.
Okay.
Not all the way down to the floor, but I want to get towards the opening so I can scope out what's going on in that room.
Okay.
But I want Poppers to follow behind me so he can still talk to me about what our options are. Once
Okay,
we're
I'll be right above you on the ladder. How about that?
Great.
Okay.
All right, let's head in there.
What you see here is at the, what we're going to call the southern end of the tunnel is the tree monster kind of heading in this direction and seemingly searching for something over here. Tree doesn't necessarily have a face, but you would assume it is not facing you.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't see what we're doing over here.
Yeah. And so it's just kind of hanging out over here, searching.
All right, so I'm gonna whisper to Poppers. Do I have to roll for the ability to do this?
No, you can whisper without rolling.
Because I feel like every single roll I get, I just completely flub. So I want to whisper to him, "The tree, it's down the pathway."
Okay.
I still think it's in the direction where I think we need to go. I don't see any other path in this room. So we need to pull its attention this way and somehow get past it. Do you have anything that maybe makes noise on you?
Besides the exploding rocks, I have some gold and some silver. Oh, I have some copper pieces. I could throw those and they'd clang, maybe.
I mean, trees don't have ears, though, right?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we're in the same boat here. We're in the same boat. I don't know.
It's a tree.
This is a stressful situation. I get it.
As far as my understanding, trees don't move, you know? Like, so I'm already freaking out that this tree is moving,
All right,
man.
all right, Pops, calm down. I get it. We're in the same boat here. I'm sorry.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, just quietly, let's get to the floor.
Okay, so that, yeah, you come down to the floor.
I'm trying to. Can I do an insight check based on like my experience with this tree? Like when I picked up the mushroom, like am I able to discern what would trigger it? Like is it specific actions? Is it like any movement? Like can I get it to move towards something and then be somewhere else and it won't just see me? Like I'm not sure like what it actually senses and how its senses work. But like, is there any way I could infer that information based on being around it in that first encounter?
Yeah, give me an insight check. Sure, absolutely.
Yes.
Holy moly. A 25 insight check. So what you remember is the tree, you were basically like messing with it. Like you were messing with the giant tree and it felt, so you know it can feel. You also will assume that it can hear because of the earthquake and because what you can assume is that it has senses. Like you see it right now and it's almost like looking for something. And so you assume it has ordinary senses.
So like the sense of vision, like it.
Yes.
Like it's not like a stand perfectly still and it won't see you type situation.
That's what you can assume. Like a 25 insight is a very good insight check. So you can assume it has normal vision. What I will also give you for a 25 is it's a tree. It's not necessarily like a hawk has amazing eyes.
Okay.
Like certain animals, dogs have amazing hearing. This is a tree. It probably doesn't have good senses for anything.
Okay. So with that knowledge, I'm gonna tell Poppers like, quick, crawl under this table. Can we get under there?
100%, absolutely.
Yeah, we can both fit under there, like just under the table.
Sure. Why not? Here, we'll get Poppers under there. Sorry, I moved you under there as well.
Okay,
sure. Yeah. So you want to crawl under the table,
right? So from there, I want to shoot an arrow at the wall on the far side, like where the bedspread is.
Like on this side.
Yes, and it's a regular arrow, not like a magic one. So I want it to just make a loud crack sound against the wall when it hits.
Okay.
This takes you back to Thief 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're under the table.
Sure.
We're trying to be quiet, but I want to shoot that wall in order to produce sound.
Okay, give me an attack roll then with your bow, and we're gonna see what you hit. Okay.
Oh, I got bonuses on that.
You got lots of bonuses on that, and you needed that because you rolled an 8, but you ended up with a 16. I don't know how you got a +8 on that.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your dexterity, your proficiency, you've got a +1 from me still.
Oh, that's right.
I don't even know if
that
that
actually
counts.
brings it up to 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your dexterity, your proficiency, and something
I don't know what
else.
that 2 is.
Who knows? I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yes, you hit the wall, and the arrow does exactly what you want it to do. It clang, clang, clunching, and then all of a sudden, you see this giant tree creature lumber its way in that direction. Give me a perception check.
That lovely 9.
Why don't Dabarella and Mortimer, you can also give me a perception check. For a 9, Sigmar, you don't necessarily notice anything. Dabarella, for a 12, I'm not going to say you notice anything. Mortimer, for your 21, you hear a metal clang and the tree walking away from you. Do with that information what you will as we cut back to Grinderbin.
Sounded like someone rang the dinner bell.
Grinderbin, you are in this room with a giant metal forge, some metal forging tools. The forge itself is currently not running, is not operating.
Okay. This is a little BS-y, but this is an old place. Can I do a history check to figure out exactly what this forge was for?
If you want to do a history check, absolutely not. You've never been here and you didn't know that this place existed 2 seconds ago.
Totally fair.
If you would like to do an insight check, I can see if your character can put it together. Absolutely.
I can definitely do that. As a 23.
Rolls.
For a mighty 23, what you can see is the thing they were forging were these giant metal pipes. Oh. And these pipes that are kind of left over here, the thing you notice about them is they seem to be malformed. They seem to be less than perfect. And the weird thing about these pipes is they don't seem to be in a substantial they don't seem to be a substantial thickness as to like carry water or carry grain or anything like that. They seem to be rather thin, and with a 23 insight check, what I'm going to say is you're kind of like poking at the pipe, and as you like tap it, it like boom,
resonates.
It resonates as you tap it, and so this seems to be musical in nature, or resonation in nature.
Oh. All right. Knowing about these pipes, just from like what Grinderbin knows versus what Jesse knows, how, like, I don't want to say how weak are they, but I guess, yeah, how sturdy are they? Like, I know they can't handle like grain or something, but like a tuba is still a fairly thick thing.
Sure. What I'll say with these, these appear like if you sat on them, they might malform.
Ooh,
like you could probably push on them and they'd have some give, but if you just like sat on it, like you as a giant mushroom, you would probably be able to like push on it and squish it. These are rather thin.
Fascinating. Okay. Can I grab this big mallet?
You absolutely can grab it.
And whatever these clippers are?
Yeah, those are like metal, like grabby tools.
Metal grabby tools? Awesome.
For working with hot metal, that sort of thing. Absolutely, if you want to grab that.
That is cool. Again, would love to learn more, but I need to find people. I have knives to deliver. So I'm gonna head towards the next exit through here.
Sure. As you head into the next exit, you find yourself.
Uh-oh.
In
paradise, in a jacuzzi.
You're in a jacuzzi, and you smell delicious. One and two.
Oh no!
Yeah, because you would cook. You find yourself right here.
Yes!
Hey!
Ooh!
You find yourself in a giant, eerily empty room with that completed pipe leading into a dragon's skull.
Ooh!
Everything is empty. Give me a perception check.
Perception check.
Give me a perception check. I want to see if you can hear any sort of ruckus happening in any particular direction.
Does investigation count as perception-y?
Sure, perception? Why not? Like you start looking around. Sure, why not?
So 23.
Come on, baby.
A 23. So as you enter this room, you start immediately assessing everything in this room for what you could like steal and then sell, or what you could acquire.
Salvage. Yeah,
salvage. Ooh, that's significantly better. And with a 23 investigation, you hear some loud shuffling noises to the north of you.
Shuffling.
Some move. You hear movement of an inhuman nature.
Ooh. That, okay.
So I don't know how you would react to that as Grinderbin.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the inhuman. Everything, I'm looking for the humanoids. If it's making an inhuman noid sound and it's not causing an earthquake, that is between the two things that I want, and I don't want that.
Okay, that's very fair. We are now going to cut back to the home office.
Okay.
To see what's happening there. So, Mortimer and Dabarella, we're going to be in your section right now. Mortimer, you heard a metal clang and the giant tree creature walking away from you.
Now, it will occur to Mortimer that he is looking for his missing friends, and that sounded like a sound that would be made by an entity that's not the tree thing. But Mortimer is also thinking, hey, here's my chance to get the fuck away from the tree monster. So Mortimer will not say anything, and will continue creeping down this way here.
As Gabriella didn't hear anything, she will also continue that little mission.
Okay, so you all creep your way into another room that is shockingly full of vegetation. There are green leaves everywhere. There seems to be some sort of vibe in these rooms in particular that makes plant growth possible. Another thing you notice as you walk in is suspicious dark ooze.
So we've established the ooze comes from the worm, right?
I don't know if you know that.
Or was that just my assumption?
You might have assumed that the ooze came from the worm. The thing you know about the ooze, this is something you might not remember. You dumped some of the ooze on the dead body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the ooze did dissolve the flesh, but did
not
not
the clothing.
do anything to the clothing.
Aha.
That is
see if
what
I've
you
got
know.
anything I can just poke into the ooze over there. Oh, I got the lucky greatsword.
Well, it's lucky.
Anything interesting about the rest of the vegetation? Because Mortimer's thinking, like, these roots we saw that the blue dudes touch to go into a trance. Must be some kind of root network that leads to some, like, overmind somewhere.
That's very possible. You would have to interact with it in some fashion in order to discover anything more.
Okay, well, I'll say, Mortimer says, Dabarella, didn't you have something that increases intelligence or something? Because I really feel like we could maybe try to get a vibe from some of these vegetations to see where they're all coming from.
I have a berry.
Last time I touched one, I almost got bewitched. But I think if we like held hands and worked together and had a little boosty.
Whoa, you don't know you almost got bewitched.
Oh, okay.
Something
happened.
You felt at home in the underground is all. You liked the sensation.
Well, Mortimer would be very suspicious about that.
Look,
In retrospect.
Dabarella did pull Mortimer out because she saw he was getting right down. She was like, that wasn't good. Like, you need to get out. Dabarella did say that.
Sure.
I think maybe we can pick up on some kind of vibe. Maybe get some clues on what's on the other end of all these roots. I mean, it's not a strategy without risk. But that's why you're here, Dabarella.
I mean, I do have the Mary Berry that helps us think smarter.
I have a funny feeling if I eat that, my first instinct will be to leave this place immediately and run and never come back.
Well, as you two figure it out, we're cutting to the next room over in a very farcical manner. As you don't know, Sigmar and Popper's Glowstick are underneath a table. As you are underneath the table, the giant lumbering tree creature heads over and starts pawing at the place in which you shot the arrow.
Okay, so he is preoccupied in that corner.
He's preoccupied in that corner. Like you see it, like some of the branches like pick up the arrow, and it's like hitting it against its tree head. Like, what's this? It made a sound. What's going on? I'm a tree. I don't know how things work.
Okay, so I'm still whispering to Poppers.
Yeah.
He's right next to me. Mm-hmm. Like, start crawling down that path.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna move quietly from under the table. But I am gonna look at the table. There was a diary on that table, right?
Yes.
There was.
Can I just grab that and put it on me? Like, I just want to take that off the table.
You absolutely
quietly.
can. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and grab it.
So I grabbed it. It's on my person. And
Now give me a dexterity.
All I wanted was the stuff off the table. If you can pull this off, I will be so happy.
so
You've
just-
already grabbed it.
just
I
the
just want
dex
to know
check?
if you accidentally knock over something else and make a loud noise. Is all.
Like, how hard does it need to be? So just a ability check.
Just a dexterity ability check.
My God, I've gotten 3 9.
Now that is so you rolled a 9. In my head, my DC was 10, and so like that's not a critical failure. You know, generally speaking, like 5 or below is a critical failure. So what I'm gonna say is, it takes you a couple tries to grab it. You like thump, 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 like you're feeling around on top of the table instead of just like standing up and looking at it. So now we are going to counter roll for the tree.
One.
We are going to do an intelligence roll, an intelligence ability check, a public roll here, and let's see what it gets. Let's see how smart this tree is.
Me.
Are you kidding me?
You're not the
That's
first person to
Trial
do
20.
this exact thing to this tree. This tree knows this shtick.
I tried to
Natural
make it fair for
20.
you. I tried to give you a chance here, Sigmar.
Alrighty.
The tree, like you start like tapping on the table. You are able to grab the book with no problem. Poppers is right there. The tree turns around and sees you. We will get into that initiative in just one moment while we cut back to Grinderbin.
Hey.
Grinderbin, you hear a large thing up there. That's all you hear is a large thing moving in this direction. You've already told me like you probably wouldn't want to go that direction. Where would you like to go?
How thick is this pipe? Like what's the inside?
You could probably crawl inside the pipe. It would be that thick. It might be like a tighter squeeze for like a Dabarella, someone who's a little bit larger. But yeah, like it has a diameter of, you know, over 5 feet, around 5 feet.
Okay. Does the piping continue on, or does it stop at the dragon skull and then it looks like the dragon skull is maybe going into a tunnel or into just a flat wall? What's the situation?
The half of the dragon skull is embedded in the wall, and there is a very large pit underneath the dragon skull. A very deep pit as you were investigating. The pipe itself seems to be capped on this end, and open into the dragon skull on this end.
Okay.
And so, like from your investigating the pipes in the other room, this is a percussion instrument. If you were to hit it, it would make a very loud noise that would resonate over this pit.
Awesome. Okay. Grinderbin's thinking maybe, like, not knowing what everybody else knows, that maybe this is what's causing the earthquakes and not fuzzy hugs.
Sure.
And so, take a quick moment to, I'm going to say sabotage, but I don't want to permanently damage it. I might have a use for this later. Playing
All right.
drums, I know that if you put something under, like the thing of the drum you hit, it will incredibly mute the sound.
Right, like as you were investigating, you look underneath, and these are like propped up on like wooden. What would you call that? If it was like a wooden arc base?
A rib?
Ooh, sure, yeah. Well, like wooden.
Rib.
It's propped up on wooden ribs to make sure it's off of the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
on the bottom side.
I want to see if there's anything around me. Maybe I can. Oh boy, I'm gonna say this. Because this is Grinderbin knowledge. You know, these mushrooms all around me are pretty soft and would probably make great muting material.
That's true.
And if there's not a better option, might try some of those.
Sure. So you're gonna rip a mushroom off the wall?
If there's not a better option, yeah, I'll just grab one of these perfectly fine mushrooms. I'll do a little bit of investigation to make sure, you know, it's not like poisonous or has like surprise stingers or something, you know, or is actually, you know, germinating some more Dicarias. Don't want to mess them up before they're
which
born.
ones are you going to?
You know, whichever one. Let's go with this. It's a nice cluster over here.
After a base visual inspection, they don't seem to be sentient. They seem to be just regular, like, incandescent mushrooms, as far as you can tell.
Yeah, then I'll
So
kind of go
you're
like.
gonna rip.
I'm trying to find some like behind. I don't want to make it obvious that I am taking
Sure.
these because I don't want someone to come and be like, something's wrong here.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, so as you kind of like finger your way through the mushrooms, you find like a couple good sized caps that are like behind the main cluster, I'll say. Easy.
Sweet. Then I will grab it.
Okay.
And pop it off. And try and mute this thing. If I can get into it, I would actually just stuff it into like right about here to stop the sound from going forward.
Ooh, sure.
But if not, I can do it under the thing. However, best depending on how this works.
There would be like a way to like, you know, reach around inside the dragon skull to like put it inside the tubing to like basically block the airflow. If you would like to do that,
that's absolutely. I would love to do that.
Oh, great. Yeah, then give me why don't you give me like a sleight of hand check? We're just going to see how easily or, you know, how well you prop it in there.
Sleight of hand. Do you mean religion?
I do not mean religion.
Bummer. Okay, well then I guess I'll roll the. Oh,
wow.
The dice are not in our favor today.
A natural one immediately after a natural 20. How about that?
Amazing. You
Jesus
lose.
giveth.
The mushroom cap slips from your fingers as you're reaching it around and plummets down the pit. The good information is after a few like tick, 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 you do hear it hit a bottom eventually, though it took a while.
It still glows, right?
It would have a faint glow. It's deep enough down where you can no longer see the faint glow of the mushroom.
Oh,
but
wow. That's...
It's far down, but it does have an end, which I guess I don't know if that's good news or bad news. Let's cut back to the home office. We're going to get everybody into combat. So why doesn't everyone roll initiative for me?
My rolls are so
Good order.
All right, so Mortimer, you
does
get
Poppers get a roll?
Oh, well, you know what?
Pops.
I forget about I forget about NPCs in combat. Absolutely. But well,
He's in the same boat as me.
Poppers is on his hands and knees as like the tree like noticed you and he's like, "What you doing, man?" Mortimer, you get to do what you would like to do first. You were thinking of tapping into the neural network of the shrooms.
Yes, Mortimer's of a notion that there's some big intelligence behind all this root network, and he's of a mind where he's a con artist. He wants to talk to the manager.
Yeah,
he wants to get right to the top. So he says to Davella, "Okay, I'm going to try to make contact with whatever's through this vegetation." By the basic means. Again, if it seems like something's going wrong, I need you to pull me away from whatever I'm touching.
Can do, but be careful. It got pretty bad last time. It was a little bit scary.
Well, it was pretty nice from my perspective. I'm sure, cults usually try to sucker people in. That's where we introduce the counter sucker.
The counter sucker.
Yeah. You reverse they try to sucker you, you turn the sucker back on them. That's classic con artistry, man.
Sounds like a 69 to me.
Thank you, Casey. That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay. So what I'm going to say here, Mortimer, is like in this cluster, kind of like around these this like mushroom and bushes, you see one of those roots sticking out of the wall, like similar to the root that you grasped earlier.
Okay, Mortimer's going to really sort of prepare himself for this. Keep it focused. Keep your mind focused on, I demand to speak to the manager. I demand to speak to the manager. I demand to speak to the manager. And then, like, just prod it with one finger.
and are you eating the Mary Berry beforehand, or are you are you just grabbing?
Well, will Dabarella let me have the Mary Berry?
I'm happy to give you the berry if it will help save my friend, just in case.
Okay.
Give you all the mental fortitude you need.
Okay, let's try it. Mortimer will eat the berry.
All right, you take a big bite of the Mary Berry, and it's almost like a shot of coffee for you. All of a sudden, it's just like all the synapses in your brain wake up, and you touch on to the root, and now you will give me an intelligence saving throw, but because of the Mary Berry, you get advantage.
Well, that's helped me so far. Like an advantage, hasn't it? A saving throw with advantage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, did you
Much better.
need that? By the way. A 9 and a 14. So with your 14, you roll a 19 saving throw. And once again, like that kind of like what you hear is your own thoughts telling you like, isn't it nice down here? Isn't it like home? But you are able to overcome that. And you go, no, my home is not in a goddamn cave. And so you start tapping into the network, if you will, and you can sense other consciousnesses. You can sense like the nude woman who was hissing at you earlier, thinking about the skeleton. You can sense other people thinking about hammers. You can sense all of that. And if you're going pure think, I want to speak to the manager. So now we don't need a saving throw. Give me a what do we want here? Give me a nature check.
Interesting. Do I still get advantage because of the fruit?
I believe the fruit gives you advantage on anything intelligence-based.
Wisdom and
nature is
intelligence.
intelligence-based, so absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Anything intelligence or wisdom-based, the fruit gives you advantage on.
Hey.
Boosh.
Oh, an unnatural 20 intelligence check. All of a sudden, you start tuning out the smaller voices that you hear and hone in on that feeling of like, isn't it nice down here? Isn't this your home? Don't you want a better home? Don't you want to protect your home? We can have so much more. And it's this ever growing voice in your head telling you like, we can have more. We can have more. We just need to fight for it. And that locks you in on this soothing matriarchal voice saying, wouldn't it be nice if we had a bigger home? And that's what I'm going to give you for now. Let's get over to Grinderbin, who is back with the pipes. Grinderbin, are you going to attempt to grab another mushroom because you dropped one?
Yeah, because I'm assuming the big noises that are over there haven't gotten any weirder or noisier yet.
No, they haven't. You keep hearing an occasional like giant like shuffle across the cave floor, but that's about all you've heard so far.
haven't heard Poppers yell, "Oh, we're in it now!" So, I will. I'll grab another mushroom and plug this hole.
All right. Sleight of hand. Let's try this again and not get a natural one.
Can I?
It shouldn't be that hard to not roll that terribly.
15.
A 15. Yes, with a 15, you are able to completely shove it into the workings of the pipe. You give it like a little ring with your finger, and it is now thunk, thunk. You have deadened the percussion instrument.
Excellent.
100%. Anything else you would like to do?
I would like to investigate that noise, partially because I'm worried it's going to come this way.
Sure.
But there's this other. So there's a noise at this thing to my right.
You hear a noise coming down. Oh, hold on, let me.
But there's a thing to my left that's not noise.
You can hear the noise come out of this one quieter. It's coming more out of this one. It's coming. You can still hear it in this direction, but it seems to be muted.
That makes me think it's the safer way, and I still might be able to find out what it is, so we're going to go that way.
Okay, then we will cut back, and it is Dabarella's turn. Dabarella, Mortimer is in a bit of a trance, doesn't seem to be in any pain.
Looks like the berry worked. There's not much she can do, really. She kind of needs to protect Mortimer in case shit goes down. So she can tell that she's okay, that he's okay, right?
As far as you can tell, why don't you give me an investigate, give me a perception. What do you like
Perception.
Yeah, almost.
An 11. Okay, yeah. With an 11, he doesn't seem to be in any pain. He doesn't seem to be hypnotized. But he is in a bit of a state, but he does not seem to be in danger.
Deborah will just move a little bit closer to the edge of the little this part of the cave.
Sure.
Just to keep an eye out in case, so that she can see if the tree comes back this way, so that she can pull Mortimer out of it and gap it if they need to.
Well, and as you move, let's see here. As you move closer to that part of the cave, you see Grinderbin.
Gabriella!
And at that point, she just gaps it. She's like, "Nah, Mortimer's fine."
Yay! That's great.
And gives him the biggest hug and picks him up. And she's just so happy that they're reunited. You found me!
Oh, yeah, wow. So I met some little other Dicarias, and they said that there was some sort of cave-in and been trying to find you. There's a dragon skull back there.
I know, we saw it. The naked people showed us.
Oh, were they friendly? The little Dicarias were pretty worried about them being not friendly and very creepy and occult.
I mean, they made weird noises, but they showed us the thing. Oh, we found more cup purse.
Oh, where's he at?
Oh, he's dead.
All right, I guess that makes sense. All right. So, now I'm curious what part of him you found.
He had a skeleton. He had a skeleton. He was dead. But we found a book, and him and Celia, they made little babies, and they're all the naked people. We think. I don't know. Mortimer thinks it's a girl. Oh, Mortimer's back here. We should quick come with me. And then she drags him back over to Mortimer.
All right. Well, on your turn, hold on, because we're in kind of combat rules. I'm going to move you back over here as
Okay.
you would be over there in order to greet Grinderbin, and then we're going to move on. It is Popper's turn. Poppers on his movement, he's gonna get up. He was crawling, and he is going to run as far as he can, which, let's see here, is that much. Go. Oh, all right. He is going to run that much, and actually he's going to take a full dash action and just run and scream. So both Dabarella and Grinderbin, you see down the cave Poppers. Actually, let's see if Poppers sees you as well. No, Poppers does not see you. Poppers is just running and screaming, so you see him down the cave. Down the cave over there.
Oh, they definitely see him because he is still like bright, right?
Oh yeah. No. Dabarella and Grinderbin see this like shining bright Poppers glow stick screaming and running down the hallway. Poppers does not notice them though.
Okay, so the order of events would have been like, oh my god, so like Mortimer, but Mortimer's over here, and maybe as like Dabarella goes to drag him off, we hear him running past him like,
Exactly. Sigmar, that is your turn. You are still kind of half underneath this table. You have the diary in your hand. The tree monster notices you.
Okay. I want to take one of my explosive, because again, I don't know about anything else that's going on.
Yeah.
I know Poppers ran. I know the tree sees me. I'm going to take one of these exploding rocks. I want to, you like strike it to like ignite it, right?
Right.
And they told us what the fuse was. Was it 5 seconds or something?
Yeah, like, it's grenade timing. So, like, if you want to strike and throw, you go ahead.
Yeah, so what I want to do is not throw it. I want to strike it and roll it so that it's like it's like midway between me and the tree. Like, I'm not throwing it directly at the tree. And then I want to use, like, as much of my movement as I can to start heading down the tunnel.
Ooh.
In the direction Poppers went.
Absolutely. Sure. Give me a dexterity check, and basically we're going to just see how well you can place the grenade.
oh fuck!
Sigmar needs help badly.
Like, what is this?
Oh, man. Sigmar! Your dexterity checks have been so shit today.
It doesn't make... I have very high dexterity. It's my highest attribute.
It's a very rocky, uneven floor. It's just so hard to roll it.
You're still really caught up about that mech fight.
Yeah. Apparently,
your eyes are adjusting to the lower light now that Poppers is running. It's a whole shebang.
What I'm going to say here is with a natural 1, that is an automatic failure. You strike the rock and toss it. It bounces against a rock, comes back towards you, and you take 9 points of damage.
Sure.
Oh. And then you look all blackened and scorched like it's Looney Tunes.
Yes, this little rock grenade comes right back at you, exploding you right in the face. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so does that mean that I... Because remember, I was rolling it and running, but like, it goes in the direction I was running.
So yeah, like it bounces off the wall right in, you can still run.
All right, so I want to add... Yeah, I want to be... crap, how far did I go?
You went 25, so you can make it to here, right? Or what's your movement?
Yeah, so I'm running as far as I can in that direction.
What I will say is for everyone else, you just heard an explosion.
Like, do I hear that in my trance?
Except for Mortimer, you are correct. Dabarella, Grinderbin, you just heard an explosion over in this wordly direction. You do not see Sigmar yet.
Gonna look at Dabarella and be like, was Sigmar with you and Mortimer too?
No. But normally when there's an explosion, there's normally Sigmar.
Yeah, that's a real Sigmar move, is when something blows up.
All right, then it is the giant tree's turn, who is going to move all of its movement. And let's see if it can do anything. Oh, it cannot. It cannot because it is very slow and basically it starts swinging its branches at you, Sigmar, but you are just out of reach. Because it doesn't have any reach weapons, it only has melee weapons, which you need to be right next to someone to use. Unfortunately, Sigmar is just out of reach. Mortimer, you hone in on this voice.
Yeah. Well, now that we've established where the voice is coming from, just to sort of like call this, metagaming if you like, but he just wants to give a check for the immediate vicinity, see if he can get a feel for that tree monster that he knows is around, just to make sure he's safe.
That's too metagamey, is what I will tell you. That's
All
too
right.
metagamey. You are focusing in on the voices. What I will give you for your very good intelligence check is like you are honing in on this soothing matriarchal voice. You can. I will even give you the direction that voice is coming from.
Go on.
Which is this wordly way. I will say that you can sense that the voice is coming from a real place in this wordly direction.
I've just remembered there's that passage that's blocked with branches, isn't there? Near where we found Mulcutpurse.
There sure is.
So Mortimer's going to think that maybe the source of the voices is in that direction. So is it worth disconnecting now and pursuing that information, or does Mortimer want to try something while he's here?
That's a question for Mortimer Rafflesword, Everson Smythe.
You had lost the name at the end there.
Well, Mortimer's had some good luck, so he's getting cocky. So he's gonna reach out. He's gonna go, Celia?
And you hear back, why, yes.
Celia, you knew my great-great-grandfather.
Did I now? I know so many. Oh, aren't you an interesting one?
Who do you think I am? Flirt.
Well, I can tell you're not one of my children. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, blimey.
As your mind is probed.
Yeah.
This isn't with advantage, right? Because the fruits is just with...
This is Constitution, so this is not with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, you're a whole lot of things. Or at least that's what you tell people you are.
Okay, Mortimer disconnects immediately. Because Mortimer is very, very protective of his secrets.
Okay, you've disconnected. You no longer feel the energy. You no longer hear the voices.
Where's that bloody cat?
That's true. Dabarella is not around you anymore.
Okay, well, I guess Mortimer will, go to the entrance of the cave and see Dabarella and Grinderbin and go, oh, hey.
Oh, good to see you, too.
Oh, you're okay.
Where the hell have you been, Grinderbin? Why do you look like you've been burrowing through slightly moist dirt?
Oh, that's actually because I have been burrowing through some dirt. You know, I learned that if you want to get through the secret doorways, you gotta look for moisture.
That
and so
is
I've been able to find some
information-
shortcuts.
What's moist?
It's like, how you want a cake to be.
Oh, I love cake when it's moist.
Anyway, we've found out an awful lot. I just found out something very useful. If you'll admit I'm the leader, I'll tell you.
It's probably
Good
not that
leaders
important.
like to admit when others need to take the lead. So yes, of course.
I like you, Dabarella. I don't think I always say that enough. I know where the mastermind is.
Who is it? And where is they?
Did you see the pipe?
I did.
And the dragon head.
Yeah, it
we
looked
was.
pretty bad, so I actually plugged it up in case we need to use it later.
Yeah,
They
I
wanna
don't think we want to
destroy it.
use that. That's what's. I think pretty sure that's what's causing the earthquakes. Or if it's not, it's what's upsetting King Fuzzy Hugs, who is in turn causing the earthquakes.
Thought about that. We might still need it, so it's not damaged
Yeah.
yet. But if we need to damage it, is really weak.
Well, there's a whole cult of naked dudes down here, too many for all of us to fight, I'd wager. And they're all following old Mushroom Lady. Remember her?
Oh my god! She's alive?
And I have a pretty good idea where she is. You remember where we found old Mr. Cutpurse?
Yeah,
Remember there was a passage all blocked with branches?
that makes sense to me.
I picked up on her mind coming from in that direction.
Also, Sigmar, no one is making an effort to conceal their voices. Down these tunnels, you can hear everyone like talking very loudly.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to say. You can hear everyone's voices as you are currently running away from a tree monster. You can hear everyone's voices.
Yes.
That was a lot of chitter chatter. So yeah, we're just going to kind of cut over to Sigmar and see what you want to do.
Okay, so since I was running that direction, I hear their voices. I know that all three of them are there, right?
Oh yeah, you can hear all three of them talking about mushroom people and pipes and basically not searching for you. Like,
No, that's fine.
yeah.
So
We heard an
I want to
explosion,
do.
it was Sigmar. He'll be alright.
So I want to continue running in this direction from the tree.
Absolutely.
30 feet. I see them in that direction, right?
Yeah, you
say-
100% see them.
As I'm running, I'm yelling towards that direction. Get out! It's a fucking tree!
Yeah, we know, there's a lot of them. Oh, that tree.
What? Sorry, that tree?
So I don't stop. I don't go in that direction.
There's
You
a
don't
tree
stop.
monster.
I'm going towards the opening that I saw.
Well,
Popper's
there was a
head
tree
towards.
monster that we thought we'd escaped from, but we didn't factor in the less stealthy part of the party, apparently.
Is that how far I can move?
You can move 30
So from where I was.
from where you were. So yeah, that's how far you can make it.
I want to throw another grenade.
You're gonna throw another
I'm
grenade.
going to throw another grenade. This time, not a roll. I'm just going to toss it
Great.
because I'm further out of the room. So I just want to do damage to that corridor. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, like these are blasting rocks. Like I'm not trying to like hurt a thing. I'm trying to bring debris between me and the
Sure.
tree.
I mean, you still need to roll as if
No,
it's like a
sure.
ranged attack roll, and if you roll another one, it's going to blow up in your face again.
I mean, the odds should say I should not roll another one, right?
Gambler's fallacy, Casey. Gambler's fallacy.
This is a dexterity. This is a dexterity roll.
Just
So
another roll.
another roll, another dexterity roll.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a roll.
Unnatural 20. You get to hit whatever spot you want. Absolutely.
All right, so that little divot here.
Yeah.
I want to throw it there and like knock whatever rocks are connected to like the wall / ceiling down to like block that portion of the pathway, so the tree cannot pass over to our section.
You know what? I will say you can, with an unnatural 20, you can absolutely do that. You hit just the right spot of the cave. Rocks start falling down. You see like the tree like get trapped in some of the rocks and like, you hear it like banging on the rocks. The tree is trapped.
All right, so I just kind of collapsed there because I did take that explosion to the face.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
So I just kind of like lay down and breathe very heavily.
Great. Yeah, combat has ended. Move how you like, where you like.
Check to make sure you two are all right.
You sort that out, did you, Sigmar? Everything's tickety-boo.
So out of breath, I say, "Where's Poppers?"
Poppers ran that way.
Yeah, we
he
saw him
ran
running.
very fast.
And I take out of my jacket. There's a diary from all covers.
Okay, Mortimer will just take that.
Ooh, that sounds useful. Here, and gonna hand a potion of healing.
Potion and a knife.
Yeah, be like, here.
Thank you for the knife.
That
He
is-
takes a knife and he cradles the knife. As he's on the floor, he cradles the knife.
I got you.
Oh, my baby, my sweet baby knife.
I got you a whole sleeve and like pull out like a fancy, because gotta fit with the Sigmar aesthetic. Grinderbin wants to make sure, so it's like a bandolier with like knives sheathed in it.
I'm so happy. This is very comforting after the ordeal I've been through.
Oh, Grinderbin, how'd your shopping go?
Oh, it was awful.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Your shopping trip didn't go to plan? Huh? Had a rough time in the shop, Grinderbin?
Look, I didn't have what looked like a grenade go off in my face, but I don't think someone tried to sell you into human trafficking.
I don't know what that
Well,
wanted.
Well, you don't know what just happened to me in the root network back there.
You got rooted?
There's a root network?
Yeah.
Wait.
That's what I was...
There's what kind of root network?
Well, you know how I was talking about how there's this cult of brainwashed naked dudes being controlled by Celia the Mushroom Lady?
Naked what?
Sigmar, get back to sleep, alright?
Did you not?
Look,
You didn't see him when we first got in here. Yeah.
Look, Celia's controlling all these naked cultists by having them touch roots coming out of the walls. And there's some kind of like, I was just plugged into it, there's like a network, a brain network coming out of these roots with Celia at the other end of it.
Well, that's so fascinating.
Anyway, can I look at this diary that was in that room?
Sure.
Yeah,
You absolutely can.
Let's see if there's more clues here, gang.
Yes. So you open up some more scribblings from Mull Cutpurse. Some smudged words, some torn pages here or there, but here's what you can make out. So, of course, Fuzzy Hug would sleep, but with the incomparable beauty of my muse, Celia, I have designed a device to awaken the king. It will take years of preparation, but the more time I get to spend with my beloved, some more smudged words, some more torn pages, and a demon in the sack, some more smudged words. It's important to stretch first. Smudged words. On the next page, the king will wipe the meat from the surface. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha ha.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, Celia's got this whole poison ivy thing going on.
Oh, really? I forgot to mention. I saw King Fuzzy Hug.
Did you? How retrievable did the heart look to you?
Not very, I would rate it.
Well,
it's about as big as a castle.
I was afraid of that. Well, this diary is fully in line with what I was assuming. They're using that thing to upset King Fuzzy Hugs. You said you sabotaged it?
Yeah, it's currently muted, but I learned that the material it's made out of is pretty weak. We can probably break it without too much trouble.
Because if we do that, it'll be obvious we've done something to it. But hell, I guess it would be anyway if it stopped making earthquakes.
So,
and right now, all the cultists seem to have gone to the 5 minutes hate or whatever it is they're doing in the root network back there.
So you're saying an instrument is what's making Fuzzy Hug go crazy?
Yeah, we'll show you. Come on, let's go check it out. Let's see if Poppers is hanging out down here.
All right, you head to the next room. You see Poppers is cowering on the other side of this pipe going, oh my god, where's the tree? Where's the thing?
Hey there, Poppers.
I'm gonna head over to him thanks for the backup.
If we disconnected the pipe from the skull, maybe it would still make noise when they hit the pipe, but it wouldn't send the vibrations through the earth to upset the King Fuzzy Hugs.
Did you guys know King Fuzzy Hug was a celestial?
Yeah, because I remember Jeremy telling us that.
He told us this?
I also learned that Fuzzy Hugs isn't really malicious.
I'm wondering if I can get a word in.
Well, we know he hasn't been causing earthquakes up until recently.
Yeah. But that even some of the people that have been squashed by him, just kind of sort of like a person walking across a field not knowing what kind of bugs they're stepping on for how big it is.
Could always ask Jeremy for help.
I want to save that for last resort. Like we're all about to die resort.
Like, are we just poaching a giant worm? If this is what's causing him to go nuts, and we stop him from going nuts, at that point we're just attacking a defenseless giant worm.
Well,
that is the point.
How you described it, he didn't sound too defenseless to me.
Sigmar! I have a quick... No, Sigmar, you're Celestial, right?
Sure.
They're just making banging noises to talk and make him angry. What if you just tried yelling down the pipe to him? Maybe he'd hear you.
I tried to yell at him before. Maybe he was too preoccupied.
Yeah,
so,
well,
I mean, if we calm him down, maybe I can talk to him after.
I think that might be onto something. This pipe would massively increase the volume of your voice.
But you know what? That is a good idea.
I wouldn't start with this, though, because it might not translate well, and it'll just be another loud noise, even if it's not banging.
Well, if we stop Celia and the cult, we stop the pipe getting banged.
You know, real quick point of interest. You said you talked to Celia?
We had a brief exchange of views, yes.
So she knows that you, an outsider, is currently in her domain.
Well, she probably already gathered that from the naked people we met and interacted with.
So you
we should probably deal with that.
Yeah, I think we need to deal with that right now.
You think we should go and confront Celia?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's deal with that.
I think we need an insurance policy. I'm looking at that dragon skull. I'm wondering how important that is to the mechanism and what would happen if we just blew that up. Let's go insight. Do I still have advantage because of the fruit?
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Oh, okay. With a 19, what you know, or at least what you've heard about dragons, obviously, like, dragons are a thing that don't or haven't existed for quite a long time. It's literally kind of the stuff of legends at this point. But what you know about dragons were that they were unnaturally loud. Like, a dragon's roar was more than just like a big beast roar. It was able to amplify its roar in such a way.
So the skull is the vital part of the mechanism.
The skull is a vital part of the mechanism, is what you can infer.
Okay, so we want to communicate with King Fuzzyhugs, but if we got rid of this skull, it would end the earthquakes forever. That's the dilemma we're in at this point.
Ooh, and that's the dilemma. You're gonna have to wait until next time to figure out, because we've run out of time. But thanks, everybody, for watching and or listening to this episode of Adventure Is Nigh, where finally the group comes back together to really bring indecision to life. With our heroes on the precipice of King Fuzzyhug and possibly about to fall into the evil clutches of Celia Sporefold, doesn't it make you wonder about that nightclub they were setting up? Do you remember way back in episode 2? They wanted to start up a nightclub, and then they left to go into the mountains. If only there was a way we could check in on that nightclub. Oh wait, there is, because Adventure Is Nigh is about to go on a side quest back to Westage.